So again, I think I kind of concur with what Tamanna was saying, that somehow it's just becoming so difficult to call anything as a trend, either on the downside or on the upside. So we've got a good, actually the day was very strong yesterday because we started off positive and it ended with strength.
Yeah.
So usually for the follow-up days, that augurs well. The fact that Asia is doing largely okay also probably ties in with that theory. But a lot of derivative experts are suggesting that that zone which we open in with is the zone of large supply. So do we actually start to see some supply coming in despite the fact that the momentum is positive? Thankfully, we will not have any other holiday. I mean, we love holidays, but it's good to not have a holiday when the global markets are so volatile. So now we are really in line with the global markets per se until the May 1st.
No, it's Friday.
But Friday is a holiday for world markets as well.
Oh, right, Good Friday.
So I'm saying we're not going to be a holiday while other markets
We're
are.
not missing a day.
Right. Okay,
Exactly.
that's a point.
So therefore, that also helps per se, which is a positive. And I think all eyes out on, for whatever it's worth, what Wipro has to say as well. I mean, TCS, while the stock didn't react as much, but it did seem that there's a lot of issues with what they have said or not said. And I think what Wipro might add to that might just imply so much for IT. Because the one last point I'll make, a clutch of these mutual fund CIOs put out their newsletters, right? And almost all of them unanimously are underweight IT. So it's a very under-owned sector.
And the portfolios also describe that.
Precisely, right? So it's now a very under-owned sector which has already seen some pain. Can a whiff of positivity, as unlikely as it is, from mid-sized companies help? But for now, Wipro unlikely to echo something which is materially different or materially positively different from what TCS has said. So one reckons that that will continue as it is. So 3-4 results, including Wipro to watch out for, Angel One, etc., should all be fun.
Yeah. I think the big ones to watch would continue to be what's happening with banks. Because they have been, banking stocks have been sizzling, for lack of a better word. And then you have, those numbers coming in over the weekend as well for HDFC, deposit rates looking good. One of the, a banking stock on my watch list as well before I come to that. So I'd watch out for financials. I'd watch out to see if auto is showing a continued momentum. I'd also watch out for pharma. Pharma might see a bit of trouble today. So I want to add that in because overnight, the Trump administration has announced a probe into pharmaceutical companies and pharmaceutical imports. Now, they've laid off tariffs on pharma for now. And he's said before that I'm going to bring in some tariffs, but this probe might sour the mood when it comes to pharma. So watch out for pharma stocks today. But what else? A few factors to watch out for before we open out and we get the FNO set up from Puneet as well. Nifty is continuing to display strength after 2 consecutive gap-up sessions. And India is the first major market to fully recover from the tariff-induced downturn. We've actually wiped out all of the April 2nd onward losses with the kind of gain that we saw yesterday. Resistance, of course, at the 200-day EMA at 23,360. A breakout from 23,360 could push it towards 23,650 and 23,900 moving on. So we'll have to wait to see if that strength comes in. Remember, no one likes to trade in large volumes before a truncated week. But nevertheless, that didn't stop people yesterday. Below the 200-day EMA index may consolidate. Key support at 23,050. The Nifty Bank, of course, closed at 52,380. Resistance at 52,481 and support at 52,005. So those are some of the key levels to watch out for. And Puneet, is that what you're seeing echoing in the derivative space as well?
Well, definitely, really strong session yesterday. Now the support is currently at 23,300, as you rightly mentioned, and that's one of the key levels to watch out for in this uncertain time going forward. Apart from that, we saw a really interesting trend in the broader market yesterday as well. FI is buying roughly 6,000 crores in equities. And that's important because my colleague Chinmay has highlighted there's no bulk deal essentially that's happened in the trade yesterday. So this is all positions that's built up, especially in the banking stock. So before we get to the delivery data, let's also look at the OI gainers as well as the losers side as well. We saw a very interesting session yesterday across, stocks such as the auto pack specifically, which was down in trade over the last few days. Currently, we are seeing long build-up in a bunch of these stocks, Irida, Hindustan Zinc, Chola Finance, as well as Infosys before the results come in tomorrow. Some short build-up seen in PNB Housing Finance as well. While on the loser side, we are seeing some, short coverings in stocks such as Bharat Forge and Sona BLW, and we spoke about the auto pack specifically today. That's one of the key watch outs for. HCL Tech also before the results come in, and ICICI Bank is one more stock which has seen a lot of short coverings. The Nifty has regained roughly 1,600 points since the lows of April 7th, so that's another key positive. And we can pull up the delivery data table as well. That is a very interesting one because we see the FII money essentially go in the banking stock yesterday. Almost over 70% delivery in stocks such as HDFC as well as ICICI Bank. And another one, interesting one is Bharti Airtel. A lot of EPS upgrades seen in the next 2 years for Bharti Airtel, and essentially the FI money coming in there as well. So overall, the session build up today before the trading session is very interesting, and the 23,300 level is something to watch out for, at least from the support side, while 23,600 will be the immediate near-term resistance to watch out for in trade today.